Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll dive deep into 5 common errors that starting newbies developers often make and how to avoid them when developing Flask web applications. We'll also share a couple of shortcuts and a very useful bonus tip to supercharge your Flask development. So let's start right where we ended off in our last video. Common error number 1, conflict with the file name. If, for instance, you named your first Flask file as flask.py, guess what? There will be a conflict when you try running that application. So let's check it out, what happens and how to avoid it. Common error number 2. When running the Flask application, understand that it is running on a simple built-in server. This is good enough for testing and not production. Do not execute this in production. Common error number 3. When you take a close look at the URL where the server is being pointed to, you'll notice that it is going to port number 5000. So a common error is you get an operating system error if another program is using port 5000. This is not usually the case, but for one reason or another, if that happens, there's a workaround. You just change the port number. Common error number 4. Avoid making your server publicly available. By default, the URL is pointing to a private server which is only accessible on your computer. This avoids users of the app to execute arbitrary Python code on your computer. So if you want to walk around, if you want to make your server visible externally, you can point this to a different host, as we'll demonstrate shortly. And common error number 5. Do not use the debug flag in production. Very important. As you see shortly, normally when running your Flask app, the debug is turned off. If you turn the debug flag on in development environment or during testing, that's okay. But in the production environment, you definitely do not want to turn it on, even though it has limited security with a pin that is provided for you. Alright, let's look at the bright side of things. A couple shortcuts for you. First off, if you name your file as app.py, that is app.py, or wsgy.py, in a previous video we talked about Web Server Gateway Interface, which is WSGI, then you can have a shorter way of executing your Flask command, as we'll demonstrate shortly. Finally, the second shortcut, which is more or less a security feature, is using HTML escaping. If you're going to accept user input, it is very important that you make sure you protect from injection attacks. Go ahead and import the escape from the markup safe module and utilize it for every input that you're getting from your users. Here's how it goes. And here is a bonus for you. To modularize your code and ensure that only specific parts of the script will run when intended, use the if name equal to main block to be able to start your Flask development server. This is going to make sure that if your module is being imported, then the condition will not be true. But if your script is being run directly, then the condition will be true and our Flask server is going to be launched. Those are the 5 common errors and a couple of shortcuts as well as our bonus tip for the day. Thank you for watching, and I invite you to leave comments and questions, and also encourage you to subscribe to my channel for more Flask tips, tutorials and tricks. It has been fun. This is Vitus DK. You already know.